Hi, welcome. On this video, I want to do a couple of fun videos. Fun in the sense of a comparison, like who's better than. And the couple videos I want to do are in light of, again, of the information I'm putting out. Certain dog trainers like Dog Daddy, Cesar, Millan, talking about the method. But on these next couple of videos, I want to do a kind of comparison, who's better than, in the sense of Cesar, Millan versus both balanced, those identified as balanced dog trainers, and those identified as force-free. So in this video, I want to do a who's better than in terms of balanced dog trainers. So if you were to line it up, and if you were to ask, well, those who identified as balanced dog trainers, when you put them up against Cesar, Millan, who comes out on top? And so I want to talk through this a little bit just to offer my perspective. But like always, understand I'm always looking through the lens of a intentional interaction-based method. Understand there is a standard. Talk about what defines a process. It takes a path of intervention. It is a type of power play, which goes into this whole Cesar, Millan type of thing. I've done a couple of videos on Cesar, Millan. I encourage you to watch them. The one on Showdown with Holly, Shadow, and so they give you kind of a good idea as to lining up his methodology. Very popular, again, on TV. Lots of drama. You see him engaging with these dogs. But again, the question is, well, if you were to, if you were to look at and who would come out on top, well, Cesar, Millan would come out on top. Okay, by way of any balanced dog trainer, and I'll explain why. So I talk about, type of spectrum. Okay, what represents, a process. So I talk about the core ingredients, influence and control. Okay, how they come into a process, taking the path of a power play. So we talk about Cesar, Millan. Power playing it. Okay, you see him step and jump right in, wanting to take control, right? Typically don't see him using treats, right, to try to bribe these dogs. So understand the core ingredients are in his method. Now the problems are there. Again, I talk about the intentional way in which, again, clarity, and the issue about it. Influence control, aligning properly, but closing gaps. So you see this in terms of how, using a leash at times, really the alignment of that, the integrity of a method. So all those things really matter. But, okay, when you look at, in terms of his, overall philosophy, okay, what he's advocating, he does power play it, control. So control is a big kind of theme with Cesar. And then you look at, again, balanced dog trainers, right? What they align with is this learning-based idea, okay? So you will see them with treats in their hands, many of them, okay? They will gang up on, all right, even guys like Cesar, Millan. If you look at balanced dog trainers, a lot of them have a really negative view of Cesar. They gang up on, but interesting sense is they gang up on just like, and they sound just like. Well, who do you think they sound like? And when they get together, gang up on certain trainers, well, who do they align with? Force-free trainers. Well, that's interesting, right? I mean, so they sound like force-free, they act like force-free, and a lot of stuff, how they will kind of conveniently gang up on certain situations. Look at the Jeff Gelman situation. Many balanced dog trainers ganged up on that whole situation, trying to label that whole thing as abuse, and still do to this day. Trainers out there like balanced dog trainers call themselves purely positive balanced dog trainers. So right there, purely positive balanced dog trainer. That's interesting. So all to say that, okay, when you talk about this type of spectrum, right? So the more you approach training as a type of learning-based exercise, and you're motivating dogs the way I described from the get-go, right? The wider that door opens up to the ability for dogs to continue to hold control in the process, in the relationship. Okay, so balanced dog trainers, they align with that idea that way. So in terms of, again, of, who's better, definitely Cesar Millan ranks above any balanced dog trainer. Are there still problems? Absolutely. And so I understand if there's problems, and that's the point of everything. My whole thing is there's problems, okay? It needs to come together. So, this whole thing with ranking, it still is about being solid in, the process and coming together. So that's a big deal. But absolutely, Cesar Millan, put him above balanced dog trainers. There's a reason why balanced dog trainers, they act and sound just like force-free trainers. They gang up just the same way. They have the same animosity towards Cesar Millan. Pay attention to what they say. There's reason for all of that, because they're just as sold out to this ideology. Just that the difference between balanced dog trainers is they're trying to play all sides of the fence, right? So that's all it's about. So definitely Cesar wins when it comes to balanced dog trainers. Thanks for watching.